Hello, hello, and welcome to another update on Ethereum. Well, we are looking here at the Ethereum daily time frame at the moment, and just wanted to take a moment to take a look at the macro here with you. If you've been following the analysis for quite some time, then you know that the idea has been for quite some time that this is actually a fifth wave. To the upside, from an Elliott wave point of view, we should get to a new all-time high. We have done that, okay, so we can make a tick in the box there, but it's not really that durable fifth wave that I would really like to see on this chart. It is not, from an Elliott wave point of view, which is the model we use, the strong fifth wave that takes the price above the previous all-time high. Now, or at least not yet, we're working on it still, right? Because a fifth wave like this has certain subwave structures. Now, based on the context, I'm not going to unpack all of Elliott wave theory here, but based on the context, the idea is that this fifth wave is an A, B, C structure. And so back in June, I presented to you this support area, which I've removed now from the chart, but there was a support area there. And the idea was, once the price takes off from there, I think it was here, and the price hit the 38.2 retracement. Once the price takes off from here, it can be the beginning of a C wave. And I shared with you that the first target is $4,400. And this is simple because the $4,400 level is the 100% Fibonacci extension of the A wave up. And you see it here. 4,250, I think I haven't measured. I need to go to the top there. 4,400. And that level was reached. So it has technically fulfilled what we normally want to see in such a C wave from Fibonacci extensions. Based on microstructures, however, I would still like to see one more high. Just also because from a cycle point of view, it would be ideal to get a more healthy fifth wave up above the previous ones. I would argue also that another push would probably help the altcoin sector recover. Not only recover, but finally to make a move. Maybe even if Ethereum could establish itself up here, and maybe we will get another extension as per the yellow scenario. Yeah, even higher prices. But for now, the focus is on one more high, but it's also clear that we have not yet broken out to the upside yet. And again, breaking above an all-time high is not easy. It hasn't done it. It has briefly done it, but and then also what Elliott wave often tells us is that once we get into the area of wave 4s and 5s, it typically gets choppy and messy. So it's not a terrible, great surprise that Ethereum has not been able yet to push higher. But you see the pullback is still very, very small. Looking at comparing it to the advance that we've seen before. Now, another reason why Ethereum just couldn't do it is if we look at seasonalities, guys, we look at the monthly returns that Ethereum normally does. August is a bit mixed usually, but September is bad, guys. So because Ethereum, from a timing point of view, was not able to get this, let's say, embedded in all-time high territory, it was just caught in the vortex here, like seasonalities. It's just a bad month historically. It doesn't mean it has to go down all month, but it's not really the month where we see a lot of high performance. It's just data, right, telling us that. So if we look at this from a monthly returns point of view, there really has only been one really good month, and that was 2016, with around 14% upside. So I mean, that would be the explanation based on seasonalities. Obviously, I take a lot of this together to come up with the analysis, but when we combine this with Elliott wave analysis, it's no surprise that we're currently just in this sideways correction, right? Consolidation. October, though, should be very positive, though, again. It's one of the stronger ones, right? So let's remove that again, just to show you the explanation why Ethereum hasn't been able to do that and sustain above. However, in terms of support, there are plenty of support levels along the way. I mean, we've got here this area around $3,374 to $4,060. This is a Fibonacci support corridor, which is holding, still it's been holding for the last few weeks. We might enter that corridor, okay, and then I'm watching this ascending trend line here in green, and there are also 2 moving averages that are coming up. I explained them over the last few days to you guys, 200-day moving averages, the EMA and the SMA. And the reason why I'm highlighting this is because in the past, we often had reactions to these. They also break easily, right? But typically, again, they are not necessarily support that here exactly has to hold. They are more like areas of interest. And these 200-day moving averages, they can act like a trend filter, and they are normally quite meaningful. So once the price, for example here, breaks above them, that can indicate an uptrend. When we chop around, this is a range, and we are above, obviously. So this could be a significant bull market test, which is no surprise, because when we meet, or let's say when the price comes up, no, not the price, when the moving averages come up into this zone, and the price tests them, that is in the zone. Okay, so we have a lot of support there. Definitely interesting. It might take a while until they get tested, but they move up, every single day, obviously. So it'll be interesting. These are all the support parameters I watch. And in terms of micro counting, microstructures, let's also take a look. There is not too much new stuff we can talk about here. That's why I focus a bit more on the macro, which, as I can see in the comments, is appreciated. Looking at the micro, there's really not too much going on there at the moment. So when we take a look at the structure here from this swing high in August, around the 14th, 13th of August, this is simply sideways range-bound movement. And we have we have a micro support area, you could say, here around 4,211. 4,050, 3,950 as next support levels. Above, we've got 4,500. And I see 2 elite wave patterns that could unfold here. One is this triangle, A, B, C, D, E. And we might be working on this D wave bounce right now. But I need to see some upside momentum from here, which is not there. So that's just something to watch. And it would require probably a break above the green line to confirm that, which, is at 4,500. So that is strong support. We've been holding below it now for at least a week. And if we start to see further downside, especially then also a break below 4,060, that would confirm further here the white scenario and further direct downside. But that would, again, simply take us lower into this support corridor, which is part of what a wave 4 can do. So it wouldn't be anything that would be substantially surprising. That's the update on Ethereum. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional updates, chart updates, news, and much more. Feel free to join us here, follow us. Link is in the description and in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.